Hello.
Hi, we are here to review Fast and the Furious 8 or Fate of the Furious as it's also called. Anvika, what did you think of the film?
Honestly, I loved Fast and Furious 1, 2 and 3 and it gave me high hopes for the upcoming ones. But when they came out with Fast and Furious 7 and 8, I thought they had stretched it too far. So when I went for Fast and Furious 8, I found out it's actually a really nice movie. It was little exaggerated in some parts, I thought. But otherwise it was actually very funny and interesting to watch.
Should be interesting.
This is the kind of movie that gives someone like Rohit Shetty, who is a Bollywood director who just loves to blow up cars, and it'll give him multiple orgasms. Simply because they blow up about 500 cars of all makes, sizes, expense, etc. They also add in some planes, helicopters, and just for fun, right at the end, they even add a submarine in. The stunts, as Anvika mentioned, keep getting more and more outlandish. Charlize Theron basically induces Vin Diesel to go rogue, turn against his team, his family, his values. And then the rest of the team, which includes Dwayne Johnson, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, who has some excellent one-liners through the film, Ludacris, and Natalie Emmanuel, who you remember from Game of Thrones. All of them have to try and get him kind of back. Kurt Russell joins in the fun. It's good to see him in a film after a long time. Scott Eastwood is his sidekick. Jason Statham pitches in as well. That was good to watch. His role was interesting. And Charlize Theron has basically Christopher Hivju, who you will remember for sure from Game of Thrones,
Redhead.
as the menacing redhead guy, as her sidekick. And right from the beginning, you know in this film that everything be damn, story be damn, plot be damn, it's all about the Vin Diesel show. And there's an opening car race sequence where, forget the story, even the laws of physics and logic takes a backseat. It's just about him winning all the time. And I think that's what makes the movie so predictable. Even right down to, let's say, even picking a name is very predictable.
Yes.
It's just the stunts this time that keep you going. They're fabulous.
Yes.
I also thought the little side plots were interesting. There were two in particular. One was with Ludacris and Tyrese vying for Natalie, and that was good fun. Even Scott Eastwood coming in new, trying to get used to this team, that was good fun too. The one-liners, the repartee, the banter, etc. And then there's this whole long-term talk between Michelle and Vin Diesel that was cool as well. So that kind of kept you going alongside the stunts. It's funny how in all these movies, by the way, whenever it's the kind of the right moment, all the technology kind of goes and takes a backseat.
Yes.
And, it's like, okay, now you're on your own kind of stuff. So unfathomable in lots of ways, but that's the way it works.
Ouch.
Now, anything that stood out for you?
I love Jason Statham and I love the cute little baby.
Oh yeah, there's a cute little baby who has a pretty interesting role. And yes, that's
cute.
what makes everybody in the audience go, ooh, ah, etc. So that was fun. Rating?
I gave it a 7. Mostly because it was very predictable, like Dad said. We had things which were already, okay, this is going to happen, okay, that's going to happen. We knew from the beginning what's going to happen mostly.
And yes, it was interesting, it was fun, it was outlandish. There's definitely a few stunts with a huge wow factor. But at the end of the day, you could kind of foresee it all right from the beginning. So I'm going to go with a 6 on 10. If you do watch it, I'd like you to watch it though on the screen and in 3D. Now, every time that I'm going to do a review for the next maybe 10-15 ones at least, I'm going to have a piece of art behind me. This one's done by a friend of mine called Meena Malgaonkar. She had also created stuff for our book launch and is one of my favorites. I think it just makes you feel tropical, and especially in these summer times, you feel like you want weather like this with the rain pouring down and it's all green and blue. So I thought this one would go well with Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
So enjoy the movie. Thank you.
Have fun, bye.